Okay, Dipanshu, please. Can you hear us?
Yes, sir. I can hear you,
Please,
sir.
yeah, please introduce yourself.
Sir, my name is DEEPANSHU Jindal. I was born and brought up in Punjab. I've done my schooling from district Moga. Then, sir, I got an opportunity to graduate from Shriram College of Commerce, Delhi University in 2022. I'm also glad to tell you, sir, that I have cleared Haryana Civil Services exam with rank 6 and I'm currently serving as a block development officer in district Yamunanagar.
Dipanshu, so you have studied commerce for your graduation degree and you have also offered it for your optional.
Yes, sir.
So please take us through the journey of private sector, corporate sector in India.
Sir, I'm not able to hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Hello.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
uh, because audio is showing okay at my end. Can you hear
It's
me now?
very much audible from your
Now,
end.
now, now it is audible, sir.
All right. So please take us through the journey of development or evolution of private sector or corporate sector in India since 1947. What was the status when we got our political independence? And what has been the contribution of private sector in India's industrialization journey? And if I may add so, what is their current status in the India of 21st century? We are into 26th year. So I want you to take us through the journey of private sector or corporate sector in India's industrialization and overall status in today's its role in India's economy in current scenario.
Sir, during the British rule, they followed a policy of systemic deindustrialization. So, at the time of independence, most of the private businesses they were either family-owned businesses or they were run by the British companies and British entrepreneurs. After independence, most of them they sold their companies to Indian entrepreneurs, and then the government took a lead it uh, in its industrial policies that the government had issued. The lead was taken by the state to uh, to cater to India's industrial growth. That led to certain stifling of private entrepreneurs during the state-led industrialization journey. It was up till we can say 1991. Various policies such as Monopolies Restrictive Trade Practices Act and other nationalization schemes, they led to a state-led growth model. After 1991, we followed liberalization, privatization, and globalization reforms, whereby we gave enough space for the private sector to continue. Certain deregulation measures were taken. After 2004, additional we can say there were many corruption allegations and various scams which led to a kind of distrust in the public on the state enterprises. So after the current government's focus on deregulation like Jan Vishwas bill or GST reforms, IBC insolvency and bankruptcy code, now the we can say that private sector has taken an important role in India's growth journey, as now we can also see that we are the fastest growing major economy in the world, with inflation is also now coming down. And sir, with the advent of new technologies like AI and Industrial Revolution 4.0, private sector has a great role to play in this journey to our goal of 2047 Viksit Bharat.
I'll take this issue a little bit further. What would you comment whether India should have opened its different sensitive sectors, say defense or aviation or nuclear energy, earlier than what we are doing it in the last couple of years? What is your opinion? Because these were, as you know, kept reserved for the state.
Yes, sir. Sir, whatever decisions were taken at that time, keeping defense, atomic energy, railways, uh, uh, reserved for state-led model, they were taken seeing the circumstances of that time. These were very strategic sectors, and during that time, we can also say that private sector did not have that kind of capacity to ensure both good profits and the social benefits that these enterprises could bring. And sir, we can say that policies evolve over time, and now a greater need was felt that such sectors be also opened for the private sector, so that we can fulfill our goals of economic growth, sustained economic growth, and also development. Because private sector brings along with it greater capital and greater expertise to manage these assets well.
My last question will be relating a bit to foreign affairs and something about our own internal issues of skill development. Recently, we saw that we have entered into an agreement with Germany so that our skilled manpower can go and work there. Broadly, in plain layman's language, if I can say so. So, do you think we have a scope for that, being a country of 140 crores? And which are the areas we should emphasize, geographical areas we could emphasize on?
Sir, geographical areas to emphasize on in the sense that I was not able to understand how.
Let's say Germany is part of Europe.
Yes, sir.
So this scope exists whether in Europe, in Africa,
All right, sir.
whether in Asian countries, whether
Yes,
in
sir.
say South
Mhm.
Americas.
Right, sir. Sir, now that we are at the cusp of our demographic dividend, it will play out till 2045 approximately. And certain countries in Europe and in the North Americas, they are aging very rapidly. So they need those labor force in their care economy as well, and also to take care of their uh, development needs. For example, in the like I said, sir, in the care economy sector, and now in for example, industrialization, there are new technologies coming. We have that workforce which can supply them with those services and goods that are needed by them. So I would see that there is a great opportunity for India to take benefit of these agreements, bilateral as well as multilateral agreements, and these would also improve labor mobility. And these people who will go and serve there, they will gain those specific skills and technology, and it would lead to a transfer of newer technologies to India as well.
Okay, Deepanshu, that's all from my side. So our colleagues in the panel will take over and pose you questions.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Dipanshu,
Yes, ma'am.
in our neighborhood, we
Yes,
have,
ma'am.
some good relations, some not so good relations with our neighbors. So, what is India's neighborhood first policy, and how effective has it been? And what is the current state of play? Quick, brief answer for all 3 points.
Ma'am, neighborhood first policy was envisaged so that uh, our neighborhood, if it remains peaceful and if it remains friendly, then definitely our growth prospects improve. That was the basic objective of our neighborhood first policy. And as a great power, it is our also ethical responsibility that our neighbors who are in need of our assistance, we provide them first uh, assistance. And sir, and ma'am, it has been quite effective. We can see the recent turnaround in the Maldives government dispensation, how earlier there were anti-India sentiments, but now because of our unilateral, or I would say non-reciprocative assistance, even in Sri Lanka, we can see that the earlier stance was something different. In Afghanistan, also we are engaging without, officially uh, engaging with them, but there is some transition that is going on. However, with respect to Bangladesh or Pakistan or even China, the issues are very complex and long-standing history is there. these will be managed, and I think our current policies with respect to each specific country is playing out well.
And we think trade and investments are also going ahead well with all our neighbors, barring, of course, Pakistan and to some extent now with Bangladesh. With China,
Yes, ma'am. Now with China also, I think yesterday only there was a news article that we are now opening our economy slowly in a phased manner, in a trust but verify mode with China, so that now it is a kind of leader in new technologies and also the rare earth minerals that they have. With Afghanistan also, we can see how phased and back channel diplomacy has worked quite well. With Maldives and Sri Lanka as well, our investments are rising, our trade is rising with them, with Nepal also. So I think we have a good policy and it's playing out well.
it's been quite effective, you think?
Yes, ma'am, with these countries except for Pakistan.
You are saying that you do personal financial management. What is that?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, basically managing our own finances so that we remain financially independent.
Are you
Uh,
managing it, or you only advise people, or you advise yourself, or you study about it?
Ma'am, I manage my own finances in a hobby kind of way. I do not advise people. I mean, if someone asks, some relative asks, then that is a different thing. But because I had studied financial management in my college and I wanted to implement those principles when my parents passed away, I needed that kind of financial security. So enthusiasm came and I love.
Two bits of advice, two things that you are doing and you think everybody should follow for personal finance, financial management.
Ma'am, first of all, everyone should get term life policy and medical insurance right away. This is the best investment decision that one can make. And secondly, is ma'am, diversify. If we do not understand, for example, now SEBI has said that 91% of the people they lose money in trading. So if we do not understand anything, we should not go ahead trying our risk with that. We must diversify and follow financial advice or study about it before investing.
Last question. So, are SIPs a good idea?
Ma'am,
SIPs?
yes, ma'am, for a salaried individual, it is a good idea to bring some discipline in investment. It basically means investment minus saving is equal to expenditure. Otherwise, we are taught that income minus expenditure is equal to saving. So SIP is a good way to, save first and spend later.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Dipanshu,
Yes.
you mentioned about, these personal finances, of course, and
Yes.
you sometime you give the advice. That's fine. But why this market is so much of turmoil in the equity market nowadays?
Sir, with respect to the volatility right now or in general, the turmoil?
Well, in equity market, I said.
Sir, basically because of digitization of economy, a lot of new people are coming to equity markets. They are trying their hand at getting rich fast. I think that is the main reason why there's a turmoil. And then there are certain factors at play in the world right now. For example, the tariffs and the ongoing wars in Russia, Ukraine, and Israel, Gaza. So these are leading to increased volatility in the markets. But yes, the main reason would remain behavioral issue uh, at the hand of the people, that is get rich by night. That is the main reason for turmoil.
So that is the main reason from your point. Why this FIIs are leaving the market from India?
Sir, there are two, three reasons to it. First of all, that Indian market has given quite well returns in the past 2, 3 years compared to the other world economies.
Right.
So, in basically, it is a cyclical thing. Now they are withdrawing their money because they have earned the adequate returns. Secondly,
Mhm.
sir, there was a huge overcapacity in China because it underperformed after COVID. It was locked down quite for a long period of time, so
Mhm.
they saw opportunity there, and it is investing a lot in new technologies. And in this AI boom, the companies now are focusing to uh, investing in China. the shares of Chinese companies are doing well now. And sir,
So they are
thirdly, sorry,
yeah,
sir.
yeah. Continue.
Sir, the interest rates were quite high in the other part of the world. For example, USA and Japan is now increasing the interest rates. So these are basically seen as a safer investment opportunity as compared to investing in equity markets in countries like India. So that is the main reason of FIIs flowing out of India.
Okay. You in May 2025, you have joined as a BDO, right? You mentioned that you
Yes,
have
sir.
been selected. Do you, I mean, this is a Panchayat serial. Everybody talks about that.
Yes.
I'm sure you must have been asked about it in earlier interviews. But how we can control this tendency of Sarpanchpati based on
Uh,
your
yes.
experience, for last 6 months?
Yes. Sir, I think here a carrot and stick approach would work. I have faced this problem in my block also. In Haryana, it is particularly a major problem of proxy
Mm-hmm.
leadership. Sir,
Mm-hmm.
first of all, we need to bring that awareness in the women sarpanches, the elected women sarpanches, that they too are equally capable of leading the villages. Sir, in our block also, we followed the approach of weekly training. Every week,
Mm-hmm.
we see that they learn something new. They learn about the portals, about digital governance at panchayat level, how estimates are prepared, and how bills are passed. So, weekly training is done. And secondly, sir, in meetings, whenever there are any official meetings and the proxy leaders come, we make it a point that they sit beside and the official members only they come and they understand how decisions are taken. And sir, I think such behavioral change it can be a major solution. Otherwise, there are punitive measures as well. The stick approach. If we see that any proxy leader is signing the bills or he or she is uh, signing official documents, then an FIR is done and the respective measures are taken against them.
Mm-hmm. You have this hobby again, another interesting hobby, thought keeping from books and movies. What does it
Yes, sir.
mean? Can you explain what is it?
Sir, basically, I collect various bits of wisdom, be it any quote, some short story, or some moral from books and movies that we come across. I write them down and I go through them once a while. They help
Mm.
in decision making and general whenever we face any dilemma.
So it's
So,
basically you're keeping a journal, isn't it?
yes, sir,
Or is
journal is
it different
basically,
from journal?
sir, journaling is basically for our own thoughts, and
Right.
thought keeping is like I've come across some quote, some short story, and it clicked
So
my
that
mind that
also, that is also, this gives you experience. As you said, you keep aspirations. And
yes, sir.
journaling also is the same, based on your experience. This is also an experience. When you're reading a
Yes,
story, you are trying to pick some message from it, right?
yes, sir. Yes,
Isn't
sir.
it? And then you
Yes, sir.
want to relearn from it some things,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
So how it is different from journaling?
Sir, journaling is more of a repetitive kind of daily thing. People they express their own thoughts. It may not have some foundation in a quote or a story from a book or movie. For example,
So you don't
I'm
keep any personal experiences. You just pick up from some outside and put
yes, sir.
it.
And how?
So
Yes, sir.
you don't want to learn from yourself, from your experience.
I would not say that, sir. My hobby is thought keeping from those. I definitely learn. I introspect about those thoughts and how
But
they
you
are
don't want to put
helpful.
in writing. You don't want to put in writing. Is it so?
No, sir. I maintain a notebook where I write the quotes and stories.
Okay, thank you very much. Very nice talking to
Thank you
Dipansh.
so much, sir. Thank you.
Okay, Deepanshu, you discussed
Yes,
about personal finance management
yes, sir.
and then SIP also.
Yes, sir.
So tell me, SIP or lump sum, which is better?
Sir, for a salaried individual who needs that financial discipline, SIP is the go-to thing. However, when the markets are down and we see that there is any specific
At
opportunity,
this moment, I'm finding I have some corpus and
yes, sir.
I want to invest at this moment. So should I go for it or not?
Sir, I would like to get some context about what kind of uh,
So you
background.
can consider it as a retirement corpus.
Okay, sir. Sir, SIP is the go-to because, sir, because a lot of service life is, you know, I mean, you will serve some years up till your retirement age based uh, on the physique and all. So if there were someone who was close to retirement, then I would say that definitely go for a lump sum. But for you, sir, I would say SIP is the go-to thing.
Okay. Have you heard of SWP?
Yes, sir.
So what is that?
Sir, it is a systematic withdrawal plan. Just like SIP is investing bit by bit to get a corpus, SWP is basically withdrawing that money from the corpus in a limited, regular manner so that our expenses are paid.
Okay. Dipanshu, assume that I'm 60 and I'm retired and I have a corpus of 1 crore. Now
That
I want to have a decent home and I want to have a decent car with this. So how can I manage it?
Sir, at the age of 60, I mean, there is no home and there is no car you want to buy.
Should I, what I need to do now?
Uh, Sir, if there are no dependents, may I ask for some additional information? Are there any dependents?
Yes. Dependents, of course, yes.
Okay, sir.
No. At this age, at 60, there are no dependents.
There are no dependents, so they are financially independent as well. Sir, I would say if it is a dream to buy a house, you may, but it would be wiser, financially wiser, to rent an accommodation and rent a car at this point of time. However, if it is a long held dream and you have saved that money, then I would say sentimental value holds more weight and you can buy a house or a car. But I would also say, because now that you have retired and there is no salary incoming, if there is a pension and your expenses are well mapped through that pension, it is well enough. But if there is no pension, like you said, sir, SWP can be thought of, or some annuity plan can be thought of, so that there is no financial distress. Our expenses must be paid. And like I told earlier to ma'am, medical insurance and life insurance is the first thing that we must do.
Okay, one more question that is related to your commerce and accountancy. Tell me, what are the limitations of financial audits when detecting corruption?
So financial audits have certain limitations. First of all, it basically relies on the data that the management provides. So if the management is very cunning, it is very difficult for an auditor to investigate and to get evidence of impropriety. Sir, if there is any evidence, there is any overt and simplicist, in a simplification manner, we can see that yes, this is something that is being done wrong in the company. Then a broader investigation, proper investigation has to happen, but that is not the work of an auditor. Auditor is basically to attest that yes, the certain audit functions have been done and the standards of accounting they have been followed. That is a major limitation. Another is, sir, it is currently a monopoly, or I can say an oligopoly of big four audit firms. So it leads to a lot of conflict of interest problems. And thirdly, sir, the companies pay the auditors to audit their financial statements. So I think there is a kind of moral hazard here, because uh, the companies can anytime change, not anytime, after their due process, they can change the auditors if they are not giving the statements in their benefit. So these are some limitations.
Okay, one more last question. I have a portfolio of, let's say, 2 crore, out of which 1 CR is a profit. Okay, and I want to sell this and I want to gift it to my son who want to buy a property.
Okay, sir.
So what I need to do now?
Sir, can you clarify what
I
are
have a
the?
portfolio of 2 CR,
Yes, sir.
and currently it's in a profit of 1 CR. So
That's
there will
okay.
be a capital gain of around 12.5 lakhs.
Ji, sir.
So now I want to give this to my son who
Okay,
want
sir.
to buy a property. I want to help my son
Ji, sir.
with this, so he can buy a property
Okay,
of
sir.
around 2 CR.
Ji, sir. But sir, what kind of advice you want me to
I want
give?
to
I
save
mean,
tax mainly.
all right, sir. Sir, now that we have sold, if we want to sell the portfolio, then long-term gains tax, it has to be paid, and it should be paid because we have earned that money because of the system that the government has created, and we must pay our due share.
I'm asking,
Now
is
that,
there any way I can get out of it?
sir, currently, if you sell the portfolio right now, you can invest in some bonds which are tax free bonds, but you have to keep that money in lock in for 5 years. So if you can wait for 5 years, then you
Not
can
that, not
save
that,
that
not that,
tax.
not that. That's not possible. Immediately I have to buy a property.
Then sir, I would say that you must pay your taxes and buy the property with that amount.
Then I'll be losing that 12.5 lakhs.
Sir, but you have also earned 87.5 lakhs because of the system that government has created. So I think we should pay our due share.
What if I transfer the share to my son and then he sell it? So he is obliged to pay the capital gain, but instead he will buy the property, so that will be matched
Sir,
because it's
right
investing
now,
again.
if we sell a property and then buy a property in its wake, then we can cancel out those capital gains. But if we sell a portfolio of shares uh, right now, then sir, there are certain limits up to which we can buy a property. Now it has been increased to 10 crores, but we would have to see the exact provisions if you can transfer your portfolio to your son and then he may buy a property. There are provisions, but we would have to check the amounts and the legal procedure.
Thank you, DEEPANSHU.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
DEEPANSHU, you have earlier appeared at the interview level also in civil
Yes, sir.
services.
Yes, sir. Last year.
So how much marks were awarded to you?
Sir, 190 marks I got.
190.
Yes, sir. 190, sir.
And written, how well you have done this time?
Sir, last year I scored low in my optional in commerce. I got 30 to 40 marks. Now I had focused a lot on improving my uh, uh, and practicing numericals more. I think I have done better this time in commerce, sir, and I hope the written result would be better than the last. In GS, sir, I had scored well. I had 400 marks in all the GS papers. Optional was the main issue last year.
So how many more days you have got for your actual interview this time?
Sir, approximately 1 month I have. It is on 16 February.
Okay, so to me, you appear on course, but just keeping update, like your domain knowledge of commerce and accountancy and even related questions which were asked, you were able to answer satisfactorily. So just be on course and also gain knowledge about the current affairs, international relations, because these not entirely to your domain knowledge, but the questions will be asked from the other areas also. I would hope that you will pay attention to your formal like dress also, which you wear to the interview. Like today, you are wearing
Yes,
muffler
sir.
because of the
Actually, I
cold.
just came from office. I got late.
Yeah, it's
So,
fine. It's fine.
yes,
It's
sir.
just
Yes, sir. I
our
will
way
dress
of
formally.
advising that you
Yes,
will
sir.
have to
Yes, sir.
keep that in mind because
Definitely.
because you should not convey the impression of being a little bit
Yes, sir.
casual. Our
Yes,
system
sir.
still functions in that old colonial
Definitely,
mode,
definitely, sir.
so we are need to be we are required
Indeed.
to be formally groomed at that. And lastly, just to understand your personal or family situation, both your parents are deceased.
Yes, sir.
So you have been self-supporting yourself from what age?
Sir, 18. I was 18 when my father passed away, and then 2 months after my mother passed away. So from there.
And in a family, you have any siblings?
Yes, sir. I have an elder sister. She's married, sir.
Okay, so it's quite remarkable that you have come up to this. So keep it up. And I think with your demeanor, which is very calm and cool, you should be able to make this time. So that's all
Thank
from
you.
my side.
Thank you so much, sir.
Absolutely, I agree with Sir completely, and I think you're very good. And yes, sometimes little guessing you would be here and there, so avoid that. But
Okay.
overall, very good, and I think you should do really well because you are absolutely, every answer you were able to give very well. I wish you all the best. I think you should make it. If your written is okay, you should make it this time. All the very best.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
DEEPANSHU, you must have appeared for some mocks.
Yes, sir.
What is the advice they are giving you? I'm curious to know.
Sir, the advice is almost the same, that calm, composure, it is good. Something related, for example, some question that there are some things that I have to read upon. That is the general feedback. But otherwise, in general, related to personality, they have not added some major change that I have to
Okay,
do.
good, good. Well, that's what I was just wanted to know. The thing is, you are confident. You're presenting your argument very systematically. There's no doubt about it. Okay. Only thing you have to be careful on is sometime that listen to the question carefully, because there will be when you're good, the board members tend to give you a curveball,
Yes.
right? Just to check.
Ji, sir.
So if you get into the confidence thing, then you can have a problem.
Ji.
Don't be complacent with them. They can be very friendly with you, but they will put a curveball to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So be careful on that side and read, because you're commerce and accountancy guy, and the
Yes.
budget and economic survey will be there, and
Ji,
you
ji,
are
ji.
you are in the field also as a BDO, which is a very
Yes.
important. The government of India and the Haryana government is focused on that. So there is possible that a lot of questions can be from that area also. So
Yes, sir.
be ready with that. But otherwise, I find you to be very good. You scored 190. I'm sure you will score 200 plus. But just be careful on this count.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will.
And
I
you
will.
have this tendency of, showing your nervousness sometimes.
Okay, sir.
Because, you are trying to be 200 plus. So that is normally it's not important.
Ji, sir. Ji, sir.
So that, small things, they add up, because
Yes,
not
sir.
everybody gets 200 plus. So you
Yes,
have
sir.
to make that extra effort.
Yes, sir. I will. I
Yeah.
will do, sir. Yes, sir.
Just be okay. All the best.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
DEEPANSHU, you got a detailed feedback. Just follow that. Do well.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Ji, sir.
all the best. And I'll follow your financial advice. I'll rent out and then I'll go with SW.
So, Mr. Safir, you will wait for now or till wait 60?
Now itself. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
As he told, now I'll go with SIP and then at 60 I'll go for
Okay.
SW.
Okay, all the best. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.